Finding peace when God isolates you, trusting His divine plan. Have you ever felt the weight of yesterday's problems still lingering when you rise in the morning? The burden of past mistakes, regrets, or unresolved issues often seems to wrap itself around the promise of a new day, creating a sense of heaviness and discouragement. These shadows of the past can make it difficult to embrace each morning as an opportunity for renewal, but there is a way to break free from this cycle. C.S. Lewis, one of the most influential Christian thinkers of the 20th century, once wrote, "The prayer preceding all prayers is, may it be the real I who speaks. May it be the real thou that I speak to." This profound statement reminds us that prayer is not just a ritual, but an authentic connection between our true selves and God. When we approach God in prayer, we are invited to bring our real struggles, our genuine pain, and our deepest needs before Him. In doing so, we open ourselves to His transformative power, allowing His presence to guide us through even the most difficult days. The power of morning prayer. One of the simplest yet most powerful ways to start this process of transformation is by beginning each day with a short, sincere prayer. Even if you can only spare a few moments, those moments can set the tone for your entire day. Whether you are in the solitude of your room or even in the quiet space of your bathroom, take a moment to whisper to God, "Help me. Lord. Help me to embody love today as I face the world. Let my interactions be filled with kindness, even when I feel weighed down by my burdens." In that brief but heartfelt prayer, you are inviting God to work through you, to guide your actions, and to help you rise above the struggles that might otherwise cloud your day. You're also admitting to God, and to yourself, that you're not perfect. You acknowledge that your burdens make you short-tempered, that your frustrations sometimes spill over onto those around you. But by asking for God's help, you are committing to striving for better. This practice of starting the day with prayer allows you to reset your mind and heart. Every dawn brings a new opportunity to choose positivity and seek divine guidance. It's a chance to consciously let go of yesterday's struggles and to approach today with a spirit of peace and hope. By beginning your day with a focus on God's love and compassion, you set the foundation for a more peaceful, more intentional life. Finding peace in isolation. There are times in life when we may feel isolated, cut off from others or even from God. But as many spiritual leaders have pointed out, isolation is often part of God's plan. He may allow us to experience seasons of solitude not to punish us, but to draw us closer to Him. In these quiet moments, free from distractions, we can hear God's voice more clearly and discover His purpose for our lives. In the Bible, many figures experienced isolation before fulfilling their God-given destinies. Moses spent years in the desert before leading the Israelites out of Egypt. Joseph was sold into slavery and imprisoned before becoming a ruler in Egypt. Even Jesus retreated into the wilderness to fast and pray before beginning His public ministry. These periods of isolation were not signs of abandonment but were times of preparation. When you feel alone or cut off from others, it's easy to fall into despair or to question God's plan. But what if, instead of resisting that isolation, you embraced it as a season of growth? What if this time of solitude is an opportunity for you to deepen your relationship with God, to seek His guidance, and to prepare for the next chapter of your life? Trust that God has a purpose for everything, including your isolation. He may be drawing you away from the noise and distractions of the world so that you can hear His voice more clearly. It's in these moments of quiet that you can find peace and strength, knowing that God is working in you and through you, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Renewal through faith. Every day is a fresh start, an opportunity to leave behind the past and embrace the present with hope and optimism. But this kind of renewal isn't just about putting on a happy face or pretending that everything is fine. True renewal comes from a deep, intentional shift in our hearts and minds. It requires us to acknowledge our pain, our imperfections, and our struggles, and then to choose, with God's help, to rise above them. As C.S. Lewis wisely observed, "Isn't it funny how day by day nothing changes, but when you look back, everything is different?" The transformation that we seek doesn't usually happen overnight. It's a slow, steady process that takes place over time, as we commit each day to seeking God's will and allowing Him to work in our lives. Each morning, we have the opportunity to take small, deliberate steps towards becoming the people God created us to be. By embracing daily practices of prayer, reflection, and faith, we can slowly but surely transform our lives. We learn to let go of past grievances and focus on the present moment with grace and optimism. It's not always easy, but it is profoundly rewarding. As we grow in our relationship with God, we experience a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment, knowing that we are living according to His purpose. A journey of faith and hope. This journey of renewal and transformation is not one that we take alone. God is with us every step of the way, guiding us, strengthening us, and helping us to navigate life's challenges. By placing our trust in Him, we can find peace, even in the midst of difficulties. And by committing to daily practices of prayer and reflection, we can stay connected to His presence and His purpose for our lives. So, as you rise each morning, take a moment to pause and pray. Ask God to help you embody love, kindness, and compassion, even when you feel burdened. Trust that He is working in your life, even in the moments of isolation and struggle. And remember that each day brings with it the opportunity for renewal and growth, a chance to begin again, with God by your side.